Hi, this is video number 2 in the Absolute Ministries Mentor Acronym Training. And in this one, we're going to be talking about the letter B, which represents boundaries with your member. Why are boundaries important? Well, we all live and thrive in the midst of boundaries. It's called structure, right? And in the midst of structure, the individual that has experienced needing drug and alcohol rehab rages against structure. But in the midst of structure, they actually thrive. And so it's a paradox for these individuals because for a variety of reasons, perhaps stuff that's gone on in their past or just a mindset that's broken that they carry, they rage against structure. Yet, boundaries really assist us, don't they? When you think about society runs well with structure. Just think about some of the simple things that structure provides that allows society to work well. Think about our money system, right? In the United States, there's a structure around our currency, and everybody knows that if there's a 1 on a dollar bill, you can trust that you can get $1 worth of goods in exchange immediately for that, right? Another one is stoplights in intersections. Everybody really appreciates that the light turns red, right, in intersections, and that it's not green for all directions of traffic all the time. We would all suffer because of that. That's a great one that helps illuminate this point in conversation with your member when they are struggling to embrace maybe a new mindset and one that incorporates some structure in their area of life. This is the thing that members need the most. And another word for it is discipline. But when members become successful, they ultimately go from external structure or boundaries to internal structure or boundaries. And another word for this is self-discipline, right? Now, in regard to you as a mentor, talking about boundaries with your mentee, you need to do the same thing. We're asking the mentee and the member to take on structure, right? To learn to operate in a new way. And it's going to be hard for you, potentially, not everybody, but sometimes, to draw boundaries, clear boundaries with your member or mentee. Same thing. In the midst of trying to love them. A mentor that is not able to draw boundaries can actually become non-resourceful or detrimental to a member. And another word for that is enabling, right? If your member asks for money, okay, what's the easy thing to do? Well, you might say no right now while you're watching this video, but when they're looking at you with the puppy dog eyes and they say, I really need this, and they tell you a sob story, right, about something in their life, it can be difficult in that moment when you're trying to prove your affection for them and your love for them and to gain some ground in the midst of that relationship, right? And so there's got to be boundaries that are already created that you are resolved to hold to in the midst of this relationship. And so money is one. The idea of moving into your house, right, is another one. Members are always, in general, it's a generalization, looking for the path of least resistance, right? We are 70-ish% water, so it's no surprise, right? Water and electricity, always searching for the path of least resistance. And it's no different for us as people, right? We like easy. The problem is easy wants the members dead, right? Easy leads us to non-resourceful places when we're coming out of addiction and we're not holding to this new way of life we're trying to attain. So, in the midst of your relationship with your member, with your mentee, you've got to hold to boundaries. And an easy way to do this in the midst of any struggles you have is to pick up the phone and call the staff at whichever location it may be, and just ask for some insight. Always get the other side of the story if you're being told one thing. I guarantee there's always another side of the story. And be consistently also pointing this person back to Christ, back to the Word of God in the given situation. Don't be afraid to draw those boundaries, hold those lines. It's actually a good thing, even though in the midst of the moment, it can be difficult. We're proud of you. We love you. We appreciate you. And this is part 2 of the Absolute Ministries acronym mentor training.